I have an idea. I want to make a new fucking cryptocurrency, but I want it to have like 17 different passwords, and you have to make a new one for each one because it won't let you do the same one over and over again. That way these people will get onto it and they'll have to like remember these 17 new passwords, and over time they'll slowly forget their original passwords for the other things. And it'll result in them forgetting their fucking like Bitcoin wallet and their NFT whatever.
You
And
know
we
what?
will ruin them.
You know what?
With monkey brain tactic.
You know what feels really ironic to me?
What?
It tickles me that the way that we measure the value of Bitcoin is in dollars.
Yeah.
And the whole point of Bitcoin is to replace the dollar.
That was the original point. Now it's just like stock market, but for insane people.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of like compelling arguments for why it can, will, and should replace the dollar. But at the same time, it is very fun to clown on it and make fun of it.
Yeah.
Watch as like in a couple of years, Bitcoin will take over all of the world's currency.
You know, if that happens, congratulations, Bitcoin. You did the unthinkable. But it won't, because this isn't some cookie cutter Zack Snyder story.
This is real life, kid. In real life, no currency takes over the US dollar.
The game was rigged from the start.
Don't even try it.
I'm just saying this right now. We were told to do things like we were told to like wear masks and shit to stop the spread of a virus, and that became a political problem. Do you really think removing the United States dollar, the dollar that has been here for like 200 years, is going to like not have a horrible repercussion from it? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
history has proven time and time again, any change in the United States will be met with an extreme amount of resistance.
Well, I don't know if it could become. I don't know. I don't think it'll become like a political thing, because it's not like Bitcoin. It's not
challenged.
It's not like Bitcoin is trying to like take over the government or anything. Like, it's just trying to be more popular than the dollar.
That's
and the idea,
the
idea is that they're just waiting for the U.S. dollar to collapse.
But that's the thing. Though. All it takes though is some person to say like if you buy Bitcoin, you're losing your money, and like you all your money won't like be value anymore or whatever, and then people start freaking the fuck out.
No, you know what? You know what I think is going to happen. I think if that does happen, if it does transpire where the U.S. dollar falls out of favor for whatever reason and Bitcoin swoops in to take over, like, you know, if it doesn't just become more popular, if it does turn into like a political, like, oh, are you trying to replace my America dollars? Like, I think someone will just like capitalize on that, and they'll make like a new cryptocurrency and call it like Freedom Bucks or something.
Mom bucks.
I think we should be that person.
Patriot passes.
Patriot passes.
Yeah, like the little slips, and they say like they have like generic American, like pro-American lines, like God love America and like don't tread on me and shit like that, and we'll sell that to a bunch of people. Like the images will just be like of all the people that got arrested during the during the assault on the Capitol.
It's gotta like the name of it is very important. It has to like flow really well, and it can't have too many syllables. I feel like Patriot passes, that's too many syllables. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It's not gonna get the like hardcore like 10-gallon hat, like I just want a grill types.
Then you know what we need, Alex? We return to basis.
I say Robux. No, I have a new proposal. I was gonna go with Freedom Bucks because I feel like that's like 3 syllables. That's like probably the max. But I have a 2-syllable idea, and I say we sort of invoke the image of like Americana World War II era kind of propaganda. We call it war bonds. Yeah, like Captain America. Every
Free
bond you buy
bonds.
is a bullet in the barrel of your best guy's gun. Rolls
why do you
right
have that
off
memorized?
the fucking tongue.
Why
because
do you-
it flows so well.
Every bond you buy is a bullet in the best guy's gun.
Okay, all right. This is another video I will link in the description. Tom Scott, great channel. Are you familiar with his videos?
Tom Scott, fuck yeah. Yeah, I remember back in the days of Ed's World, man. That shit was vibing.
Okay, so Tom Scott uploaded a video like a day or two ago. It was about why Shakespeare could never be French. And he was talking about lexical stressing or lexical stress. Basically, like the part of the word that you like highlight, you know, like when you're talking like contest versus contest, you know, like that kind of thing. And he was talking about like there once was a man from Nantucket, like it's like the part where you stress has to like line up. So like every bond you buy is a bullet in the barrel of your best guy's gun. That has like that perfect like lexical stress pattern.
Oh.
And that will be our slogan. And what's Marvel going to do? Sue us? It's a post-apocalyptic, post-American dollar world. Okay, we can do whatever we want.
We live in a society.
You know what? You might be onto something.
So yeah,
Alex,
fuck NFTs.
I'm gonna put a barrel in your gun. Wait, what did I just say?
I think you either threatened my life or said a euphemism. I don't know.
Either way, I meant it.
Thanks for watching this clip from our podcast, Bold of You to Say. There's new episodes every Friday on all podcast platforms. If you like this video, check out some more on the channel and check out the full show, link in description. And while you're at it, treat yourself to a Muscle Rock shirt from our new merch store on tpublic.com. That'll also be linked down below. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and just thanks for watching.